Next up on the agenda.
Our next story is apparently they're expecting that cannabis research is about to make some great leaps now that it has been rescheduled.
Well, and let me say that we just had a cannabis researcher in here on Thursday, and we learned a lot about some of the things that are going to change.
Yes.
But we'd like to hear from you as well.
Well, I'm sure he's got more detail than I do, but they're expecting that decriminalization and descheduling, entirely descheduling, is going to require more research, and Trump's rescheduling opens up the door to make that happen. So right now, if you wanted to do cannabis research, you really can't because you can't get a hold of it. So until now, researchers have had to rely on either people self-reporting their usage, or if they had to use research-grade cannabis, which is very different from what you would get
Correct.
At a dispensary.
Yeah, it has to be specifically for research grade. So not only does it allow them to do studies where they issue cannabis, so
Right.
now instead, because anything that they did, I was actually super surprised, Todd, when he came in and said that any of the studies that they do now, they do because people are self-reporting, and we're like, well, what kind they smoke and how
Right.
often they smoke, and this.
Right.
So, and
It's
even
not a
if,
controlled environment.
it's not even
Yeah.
close to a controlled environment. So this gives them an opportunity to actually do controlled studies.
Exactly.
It also allows doctors to write fucking prescriptions, which they have not been able to do. Now, what's interesting is when they write these prescriptions, who are they giving it to? Well, they're going to have to give it to a dispensary, but are dispensaries geared up for that type of medical program?
Do you want them to be in control of your dose?
So I'm curious to hear what Amanda thinks about that. I know she probably saw the episode we had the other day, but like, what's your thoughts on the whole bud tender scene as it relates to doctors filling prescriptions and having the additional level of knowledge that perhaps they need to do that?
I think that our medical professionals in the industry are so important and not being quite utilized properly right now. And I think I'd welcome having more doctors that are knowledgeable about the product. Right now, it's kind of like doctors recommend people get their cards and come in and talk to our medical professionals. Then they get the advice on what to use, but the doctors don't really advise them other than that. So for when you have an inexperienced patient that maybe is still fighting the stigma, and not talking to people in their lives about it, they're intimidated, and sometimes they really need the confidence of their doctor. So in that aspect, I definitely welcome. I think that would be great to have more research to help break that stigma and get more people treated and feeling better.
I'm just curious, when they write the prescriptions, are they writing it for like, hey, I'm looking for like a, maybe a middleweight sativa, or I'm looking for a hybrid for this person, or I'm looking for characteristics, or are they going to get specifically down to, I want this specific strain, and that's what I want?
I think it'll be like pills, like how they do pills,
Hope not.
which I don't want.
I mean, I think about when the medical program first started in PA, we didn't have flour at all. Took a lot to get flour. We're only allowed to vape it in
Yeah,
PA. There's
yeah,
no combustion. So I do wonder how that would change the product that would be permitted.
Can I play devil's avocado for a second?
Sure.
Like, I can appreciate all the movement that's being made in light of cannabis, even though I feel like there's some marks that are being missed, like hemp. Hemp at one point in time in our history was going to replace newspapers.
But
You know what I mean?
then DuPont had
Hemp has a lot of uses that we just because of the person that owned the newspaper business at the time, he didn't want to see hemp thrive, so marijuana, things like that, made marijuana a Schedule 1. And now, you had places during the years that cultivated it, whether it be California or places around the world that grow marijuana, and I know those people in some sense are like artists, you know, they're botanists. It's not like this shit is like you throw a fucking seed in the ground and watch it grow. There's some love and tender and care that gotta go into it. So my question to y'all is, do you think that all this shit is like smoke and mirrors in some sense, just to get like more money? Like it's excessive, you know what I mean? Like
Yes, I
weed
do.
was good.
What do you think?
Weed was good 15, 20 years ago when I used to go get some sour diesel or some haze from Uptown.
Right.
You get some haze from Dykeman, you get some sour diesel, yo, weed was good. All of a sudden, the past 10, 15 years, now you go to the bud store and he's like, I got sour. And you smoke it and you like, this shit, just like, this
Ain't
is,
sour.
It
you know what I
ain't
mean?
the
Like, I
same.
feel like they do too much.
Mass
Yeah.
production.
And I feel like this
rush.
might invite doing too much. The plant was good by itself.
I mean,
Like-
they're already doing too much. So I don't know if it invites more too much, but I agree. Like, I mean, when you leave people to their devices and they're just trying to move forward in an industry, yeah, they're gonna breed and crossbreed and they're just gonna keep making new shit.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about on the show about and this whole with the Blue Dream and getting back to, you know, like original genetics. You know, they're using AI now to be able to go back and create what used to be. We're going to be able to smoke what used to be. And some people are going to like it, some people are not. They're going to say, hey, it's not as strong as what we have now. But other people are going to find characteristics in it that you don't get now and you can't have now. So you might, Fuma, get the old school shit like before you know it.
Well, hopefully,
Yeah,
once
I
we
just,
get the
you know,
researchers
I
getting
just
in
want,
there.
I wonder.
Okay.
I
When we get
feel
the
like they just
researchers
do too
getting in
much,
there.
you know?
From what I understand,
you get
the
people-
landrace strains don't produce very much, and unfortunately, with the
That's true.
grows, they're combining and making all these hybrids because they're trying to get the best yield
Yields,
and the
yeah.
highest THC.
Yeah.
Right.
So I hope they bring them back. But we're gonna need those small growers that have the smaller grow rooms and don't
Yeah.
need to mass produce so
And
much.
listen, you know, there's room in the alcohol industry for all types of crafty fucking things, and they get a little bit expensive, and people fucking pay for them because they want that craft, they want
That's right.
that crafted stuff. So,
Yeah. Okay.
go.
Okay. So, Bill, I was wondering, so what are some of the other benefits from the rescheduling for, as far as research?
Well, as far as the research is concerned, some of the things that they're hoping that will come out of it is, for instance, when you go into the to the dispensary and you see the claims on the packaging, it's not necessarily verified scientifically. Hopefully, by getting research into the various strains and terpenes and everything else, those claims will be scientifically verified. So if you're going to claim that this will treat your anxiety or this will make you hungry or whatever, currently it's all anecdotal.
I have a question.
Please.
How have I been paying the government for a medical marijuana card when it hasn't been medically studied?
Ooh, that's a good question.
And
What we do would be
Really? Oh.
Well, Lindsay, you just shut the house down with that question
Right?
because we don't fucking know the answer to that.
It's
But also,
the same,
it's like
the
the
same way
hybrid
people got a
for-
COVID shot.
What's it? Huh?
The same way people got a COVID shot. That wasn't medically examined all the way through for what a vaccine should. It's supposed to be more than the momentary thing that they threw it out, stabbed the license on it, and said you need to have a card.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's just the way they put a label on you so they can basically so you can pay money. So we know Uncle
Yep.
Sam got a thumb on you.
And so
Uncle
that-
Sam
and-
got a thumb on you when you got that medical card.
And then we just heard from our last interview that now that the insurance companies and the WHO and all of these organizations now have codes for these sicknesses. Those codes for the sicknesses, these sicknesses exist because people they can't handle their weed. They end up in the hospital. There's no way to build an insurance company because what do you build that for? So they create a fucking sickness. They create a code, and now you've
I
got
can't with that.
this. So.
It's a
I
thing.
don't know.
It's
I
really
was
a thing.
talking to an ER nurse who told me that it is a thing, scromiting.
It's not. It's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Hey, Mary, hang on a second. Mary Jane, is scromiting a real thing or not?
If you're a pussy,
Yeah, so scromiting is actually a real term that people use. It's kind of a combo of
Real term.
screaming and vomiting, and it's related to something called cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, or CHS.
Or better known as
Basically,
being
some
a
heavy,
pussy.
long-term cannabis users can get these really rough episodes where they feel super nauseous and they might be
All right, we got the picture. We got the picture.
That's the weed.
No,
Yeah,
that's
what
the,
brings it
that's
up? Do
the
you think it's
bit.
the
That's the
weed, or
weed.
do you think it's a lot of?
I think you could be
Why
like
do they just
sleeping and be
freak out?
congested
Nah, yo,
and have normal nausea.
there is
and they
a way.
ask what you're doing, and they always blame, either you smoke
Or you ate. Or
There
you
is a
ate it.
way to be
Yeah.
too high.
It's always going to be the
Oh
weed's
yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah. But I guess it's
Well, we
You
don't
guys ever
hit
ate a
that level.
brownie or some
We don't
shit?
hit that level too often here.
Yo, how you didn't hit that level?
That's because we
I
used
did.
to
A
it
couple of
though.
weeks
You know.
ago.
But you guys
But-
ever ate some brownies though, and
No.
you know, for some reason you felt like the most of the butter or the weed was on one side of the tray.
Because it is.
man.
Like
That,
What did you say, Bill, about you?
Hey, a couple of weeks ago, we had the nuts and the lollipops and
Oh,
the
they're so good.
all that other shit.
Yeah.
If you didn't scrum it that night,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to
You're
scrum it
scrum
ever.
proof.
Yeah, we hit it pretty
I think
good
it's
that
more
night.
related to smoking, isn't it? Smoking it.
I
I
honestly
think
don't know.
it's related to
Alright, well,
younger
it's-
kids.
it's
I
just
know
a-
dirty bong
It's
water
gonna come and
always
go
makes me
anyway.
strong.
It's whatever.
Yeah, man, did you say dirty bong water?
Dirty, yeah,
Could be
when you
dirty
get that
bong
teeny
Yeah,
dirty
you know,
hit of
that's the
bong.
only time I've ever scrummed is when I get bong
Is
piss
it
in
the
my
feeling
mouth.
when
Yes.
you hit a dab? Is that what it is?
No, it's not. Because
wonder
dabs
That's all
are,
I know.
that
dabs are
person had
complete.
Like when you know
yeah.
when you feel like you're going to throw up and then it
Issues.
goes away and you feel
I
great?
mean, you get a mouthful of bong piss, you'll scrum it.
Yep,
I'm glad.
And who knows how often these
I know.
people are changing the water in their bong?
that's
That
right.
could be water that's been in there since.
That's a whole
They don't
other
got a
subject.
brown.
Let's not go
All
there.
right, let's not go there. Let's not go there. All right, what else you got,
That's-
Bill?
Let's go to the next story.
Oh, wait a second. There's some B-roll for that. Go ahead and play it.
Kim, you've mentioned research, and I want to get into that. The stock price of your company has almost doubled in this last week. Does that additional capital allow you to direct resources into joint ventures with universities, pharmaceutical companies? And maybe what are some of the areas of research you're interested in? Is it an Alzheimer's, dementia? Is it chronic pain? Where do you think some of the
Let her
some of
fucking
the first
answer
big
the
investments
question,
could be?
dickhead.
I want to punch
Yeah,
both of them.
we're so excited to be able to deploy capital in a meaningful way into the research areas. We currently partner with a number of universities around the country, but their hands have been tied because of the classification of marijuana as a Schedule I drug up to this point.
You know
and
what?
so a
We
lot of the
already know
research
this.
that has been
Let's
done in
stop.
America has been survey-based. Well, now we
It's enough. I mean,
That's-
it's
I
the
don't-
same
yeah.
shit over and over again. And she runs a
like the
whole
queen
big
of
ass.
corruption.
She runs a big whole ass company. She could at least come with something more fucking interesting than that.
Seriously.
All right, what else?